We learned more than 50,000 fewer students are enrolled in Ohio public schools this year.
New data just released by the Ohio Department of Education shows where those students went and why. News 5's Jordan Vandenberg gives us an in-depth look at all these new insights.
21%, 50%, 52%. The year-over-year declines in enrollment at Ohio public schools, they're simply eye-popping. And some of the biggest declines are seen at the youngest levels.
This year has been a tremendous challenge.
School districts all face hurdles, both unique and similar, no matter if the district is public or parochial.
Teachers and our school leaders did nothing short of reinvent the practice of teaching and learning this year.
As Dr. Franco Lynn will tell you, the schools in the Catholic Diocese of Cleveland, a second year during the pandemic brought challenges different than the first, and those challenges will linger into year 3.
It's not a matter of catching up. You know, this isn't just something that well, it happened in 2020, and by 2022, we'll just have it behind us.
In addition to the possible impact on learning, there's also enrollment to consider too. The Ohio Department of Education says enrollment dropped by 53,000 pre-K through 12 students between fall 2019 and fall 2020. Urban schools saw the biggest drops, and the two grades that were most impacted, pre-K and kindergarten, down 27% and 10% respectively. The diocese also saw similar trends.
Elementary enrollment, while it did decline overall across our 8 counties, it declined less than it has historically. And in fact, in our lowest grades, we saw in first, second, and third grade, we actually saw a rather steady and in some cases slightly larger enrollment.
Fifth grader was struggling, in March, and when she had to do it, I'm like, well, this is a struggle for somebody that's already been in school. Imagine putting that stress on a kindergartner.
Gia Gibson and her husband live in Seven Hills. They held off on sending their son to kindergarten this school year after the pandemic derailed his pre-K education last March.
With him not having the consistent education from March till the time school was starting back up, that would just be setting him up for failure. Having to do it virtually, that's another setback.
Thousands of other families felt the same way. The state's data shows enrollment decreases were especially pronounced in districts that began the year fully remote. Every district has hurdles, and Dr. Olin says these hurdles will continue even after the pandemic is over.
We know the importance of opportunity to learn and of time on task. And so we're going to have to understand how these disruptions affected each one of our students individually.
Also of note, the Ohio Department of Education says that homeschooling has risen by 25%. Reporting in Cleveland, Jordan Vandenberg, News 5.